Nuts, nuts, nuts for coconuts. And today I'm gonna show you 3 unexpected ways to use the coolest ingredient in all of the blogosphere of food right now without being bougie.
Life can be a struggle, but a good meal doesn't have to be. We can make creative, nutritious, and inventive dishes for under $2 a plate.
Coconut, coconut, coconut! Just because all the bougie bloggers are using it in every single recipe doesn't mean that we need to miss out on the action or that it's not cool anymore, because it still is. It's time to make delicious and unexpected coconut dishes that don't break the piggy bank. You know what I love? Chicken marinated in buttermilk. But today is all about coconut. Why don't we use coconut milk? It's a great non-dairy alternative. It's not better or worse, it's just different and it's a flavor that I love. Let's start with the marinade. Garlic and ginger. The star of this marinade, of course, is coconut milk. It is probably the most affordable way to get your coconut fix. I'm gonna add 2 packets of sriracha, some soy sauce, some cilantro leaves. You can just rip them up, get them in there. Take some peel of lime right in. Also the juice of the lime. It's really nice to get the zing of the lime against all the fattiness and heartiness of the coconut. Brown sugar. All right, we got salt, we got pepper, and one of the most obscure but important ingredients is fish sauce. You really can't get this flavor anywhere else. It holds in the fridge for a really long time. Gorgeous. Let's go in with the chicken. Now we're gonna use some struggle plastic wrap. And this goes into the fridge to marinate. Coconut milk marinated chicken. We're gonna put it right into our cast iron pan. Oh, baby. 425 degrees for about 30 minutes. While that bakes, we're gonna use another part of the coconut to make a delicious cucumber dressing salad. Get some red pepper flakes, packet of sugar, some salt. Once again, I'm trying to get sweet, salty, spicy, everything I can into this dressing. So here we go with some struggle lime zest, squeezing in some lime juice, and finally some coconut oil. Coconut oil has a very mild flavor. It's more the aroma that blows your mind. Coconut oil is by no means the cheapest thing or the most pungent flavor in the world of oils. But because today is all about the coconut, it makes sense to use coconut oil, does it not? If you don't have coconut oil, don't freak out. Just use your vegetable oil or your canola oil. Cilantro. Here comes the freshness meter. All right, we've got some really cute cucumbers right here. And you can cut them as you please. I'm gonna go like this here. Little mix, have some mango. Color, sweetness, fruitiness, fantasticness. Coconut and mango are like all over People magazine. Guess what, homies? 30 minutes is up and that means our chicken's done. That looks really nice. And the aroma is fantastic. Coconut milk and fish sauce together, it's like Paris and Nicole. So we're bringing this up to the boil because we're trying to reduce away the watery part of the coconut milk and get something that's more ooey and gooey. It's gonna be delicious. Nice piece of chicken. Silky, velvety stuff. Mango, coconut oil, cucumber delight. Let it fall from a height. That's $2. And it uses multiple parts of the coconut, which are very hip right now. You can see right away as I cut into it, the chicken is incredibly tender, and that's a testament to the thigh being the perfect meat to cook in coconut milk. Holy smokes. As if thighs couldn't get any juicier, the coconut came through and made that happen. This is a killer combo. It is totally unexpected, on our budget, and I highly recommend you do it. It's like taking a vacation without going anywhere. That's one of the greatest things about food. If this were the only thing I ever made with coconut, I would stop right there, but I have a feeling that it has even more things shoved up its sleeve. We are making coconut lentil curry. You are going to L-O-V-E-I-T. We are using coconut oil. We're trying to use all the parts of the coconut. But if you don't have coconut oil, once again, don't worry about it. Coming in with some onions, garlic, the ginger. Little bit of salt. This is red curry paste, and I promise you're gonna love it. You're gonna use up the whole tube. This is not a spot where you're gonna be able to replicate this flavor or make it with ingredients at home. Just buy this. Dry bulk lentils, the meatiest of all the legumes. They're like meatless meat, very affordable and protein packed. Plus these are gonna soak up so much coconut milk, they're gonna be like cooler than Kanye and Kim. I can't believe I just made that reference. Mix in your dry bulk lentils. Right now I'm just toasting up the lentils a little bit, and with the curry paste and the coconut milk, they are just starting to reabsorb and carry new flavors. If we just hit it with the coconut milk, it wouldn't be as nuanced. Nuance is good. Just drop the coconut milk, Mom. Oh, drop the coconut milk. We're gonna have a creamy, delicious dish without dairy. Let's bring this to a simmer. 15 minutes later, you can see that the lentils have started absorbing all of the flavor and moisture of the coconut milk. That's pretty badass. I'm gonna throw in some cauliflower now because it only needs a short while to cook. Plus, it's like a veteran in the space of cool vegetables. Look at those lentils absorbing all that coconut milk. And this is not random. If you've never had coconut and cauliflower before, it's a match made in heaven, if you believe in heaven. The cauliflower is perfectly al dente. Now is time to throw in our spinach. We are looking for even more nutrition in this dish, and it only takes 30 seconds. Just because you're on a budget doesn't mean that you shouldn't have fresh vegetables in your diet. Boom, look at that. It really just folds away into nothing. I am hungry. Let's plate this. I made some rice because rice is a great soaker of flavors. It is packed with flavor. It is jammed with nutrition, and it is chock full of value. Those are my three main things. Leaves of cilantro, little squeeze of lime. This right here is $1.59. Plus, despite the fact that it's extra healthy, it's cool because it's got coconut milk. All right, here we go. Lentil, one of my favorite, really favorite beans. Here we go, boom, boom, boom. Wonderful texture. Unctuous coconut milk umami and brightness. It's like a whole package. And now that we've had two savory coconut dishes, why don't we see how sweet she can really be? We're gonna make coconut haystacks. They're sort of like a macaroon. Now, if you do this the way most people do it, you're gonna need condensed sweetened milk. But condensed sweetened milk costs twice as much as sugar and coconut milk. All we have to do is reduce this down. And don't forget, it's non-dairy. You add sugar to the saucepan, and the coconut milk goes in, and the fire goes on. Give it a little stir. Just be patient, let that reduce down, making a non-dairy form that is totally way cooler because there's coconut in it. And we all know that coconut is totally lit right now. Hashtag coconut for LYFE. In order to make our macaroons have a nice amount of lift, we must whip up some egg whites. Crack an egg into your hand and catch the yolk. Boom, boom, boom. Don't throw out those yolks. You can make a really nice carbonara with it. We need just a squeeze of lemon, and what this is gonna do is make sure that the whites don't separate from themselves. Even though they're all part of the same family, for some reason they can't get along, and everybody does this. The lemon brings them back together. Elbow grease time! Not only are we gonna have a delicious coconut-filled dessert, but we're also getting a workout. It's like a twofer. You can see them starting to get a lift. Looking for stiff peaks here. See that? This is the Struggle Mixer 92,000 Heavy Duty Edition. Here we go, baby. Stiff peaks. See that? Let's take a look at our coconut milk. Ooh, it has gotten very, very thick. You can see, look at the back of the spoon. Woo! It tastes like condensed milk with coconut flavor. I can't believe this is dairy-free. We are going to let it cool. On to the rest of our cookies. Shredded coconut. It's not just liquids that come out of the coconut. There's also meat. This is what it is. Shredded coconut is coconut meat. Delicious. Shredded coconut is also one of the more affordable parts of the coconut, and if you store it in the fridge or freezer, it'll stay fresh, like you just cracked it open, which is hard to do. Have you ever tried to crack open a coconut? It's hard to do. Here comes some flour of wheat, a little bit of salt, Even in sweet things, salt can make all the difference.
Opening up the taste buds for the sweetness of the reduced coconut milk that we made ourselves that costs half the price of condensed regular milk.
Ooh-ah! All right, sweetened condensed coconut milk with sugar coming in. I think we've got pretty good homogeny right there. Here come our egg whites. If you just stirred this mixture together, then you know it is very dense. And what we are going to do right now is fold oxygen into it. The oxygen, of course, is trapped inside these egg whites. Just fold them in ever so gently. Here we go! 350 degrees for 18 to 20 minutes. Guys, I've taken the Haystacks out of the oven. They've cooled. They're nice and hard. The aroma is fantastic, but I'm not stopping there. It's time to give these a little chocolate bath. What we've got here is a double boiler. This is just a bowl sitting on top of the tiniest bit of water, which is just at a simmer. And what this does is help us melt the chocolate chips just evenly and smoothly. Just because there's consistent and even heat with the double boiler doesn't mean that you can crank up the heat or walk away. Do be careful. You can see that this prevents burning. Look at how beautiful this is. Look at that, though. It's getting so sexual. Our chocolate is fully melted just to give it that extra little push. The one that is gonna maximize the likes that you get on the photograph that you post to social media. That extra little push is, of course, the lovely sheen of coconut oil. And just like before, if you don't have any coconut oil or you don't want to use it, vegetable oil is just fine. Ribbons of chocolate, baby. Haystack, hand. That, and put it back. Times 12. Boom. Now, guys, we need this chocolate to harden. It'll happen naturally in your kitchen if it's not too hot a day, but if it happens to be the middle of summer, pop them in the fridge. No biggie. Time to let these cool, because they're coconut cool. Our coconut haystacks have cooled, and they're the coolest thing ever. And each one of these little nuggets costs 21 cents. Yet, they are jam-packed with flavor and amazingness. 3 types of coconut. We got the coconut oil, we got the coconut milk, and we've got the pieces of shredded coconut meat, all formed into a wonderful little nugget of intensity dipped into perfectly melted chocolate. I don't even know why I'm struggling anymore. Life is good. I'm saving it for later. Dense and sugary. Just what I need after a long day at the office. Coconut is not only the coolest thing happening in the food world right now, it is also affordable and delicious. And I know you know that today because we made 2 actual food dishes that weren't just loaded with sugar, which is fueling my rage right now. At the end of the day, I think the coconut is really accessible, and you can make such delicious and moist foods with it. It's not all about the sweets. It makes wonderful dishes, as I showed you today. Coconut cool.